already told her I'm buying the $100 version so that I can play it 5 days early. And my first, it comes out, I'll have it on my 3-day. Told her, I go, you're on your own, girl. I'll be fucking literally playing this shit for 3 days. Yeah.
I won't even know you're around, girl. I don't even know who the fuck you are when you come over here to me. It's great.
Well, like, fucking, I'll be like, you're on your own, sister. Like, she'll be doing dishes. She'll be doing dishes, watching her TV shows. I'll be fucking zooting around the galaxy.
Let's go. He said I'll be zooting around the galaxy.
Here I come again now, baby.
Thank you for making a huge mess for me to clean. I really appreciate it.
It's me, it's amazing, baby. Got you on a stranglehold, baby. You get it my way. Ashley, get out of my face. Yeah, that's what I was saying. How? Everyone loves this bolt throw around here, but it's like, got you on a stranglehold, baby.
Good luck to you, stranger.
It's okay, honey. Just keep eating.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
I literally only downloaded Madden so I could buy it.
Any tough.
Well, I saw it in one of the Madden groups I was in. They're like, it comes with the PS4 and the PS5 version, so if you're gonna get it, you might just fucking do this. So like, yeah. I guess it's for anybody who ended up with a corrupt franchise, which is pretty much fucking everybody.
Right, but I don't know. I couldn't figure out how to figure that out to get my 50% off.
Dude, you literally, that's what I was saying. They literally put it right on Madden.
Right, but I don't have Madden.
Yeah,
I downloaded it. But it's all good. I could care less.
I'm just stoked that I can suspended. The fuck? Are you kidding me, dude? This is trash.
Why? What's the matter?
Siege until tomorrow.
Siege that ass.
Dude, because I fucking shut the game off when I was in the middle of a game and they counted it as a banding.
Got it.
Banding. Okay. That's so fucking stupid.
I'll try.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that just kind of irritated the fuck out of me.
Podéis correr, pero no os podéis esconder.
Yeah, Keegan was like, we can play Apex. I'm not into Apex. I played it back in the day. I played it back in the day when it first came out, but it really wasn't my bag.
Alright, I'll be there just a second, okay?
Kids are like, Dad, what the fuck? Here comes one of my favorite parts.
Guess we're doing this. Present for you.
Yo. Nothing, this fucking douche. Nothing. The game. Fucking homeboy came right up to me and I tried to shotgun him and he fucking kicked me in my face.
I guess I am forced to play Madden because I don't have anything now. I mean, I do. I play Overwatch or something. I'm not gonna lie, that just really pissed me off about some news.
What are they doing? Like maintenance on the game or something?
No, I got suspended because I fucking exited the game when I was playing unranked. If you quit games, you get like suspension.
Punished. That's stupid.
And I had to go get my wife, so I literally just shut my whole system off and left. And apparently that was not okay. Like also my fucking power bill and shit like that. I paid a lot to a fucking maintenance manager. Not to mention, bro, I fucking paid for that. Like,
Right.
how you gonna tell me I can't play the game that I fucking paid for, bro? That's trash to me. Honestly, that's trash.
Well, you know what used to drive me nuts? The only thing I hated about All Star Team Up was like all the bitch motherfuckers that would quit.
Yeah.
Like no matter how much we took a pounding, we would always fucking play our game, and all these other herbs would fucking just quit. It's like, yo, take your fucking medicine.
Like, what are you gonna do? You're like, you didn't win, you quit the game. You're like, what? Like, I don't know. It's insensitive to me that like, what the fuck? What's the point? So much progress for so
Oh shit. Dude, I need a chalice to drink from. Chalice, dog. Want to get this laptop, so like I've been taking a lot of overtime at work, but there's always OT. It makes it easier to go in and work extra when you got that laptop with you. It's got a good VPN for it.
oh, I can still play. I can still play Fortnite. I mean, they fucking so not only am I banned from competitive play, but there's this thing in this called renown. It's like what you use to unlock characters and unlock shit. Fucking minus 50% renown too, on top of the fucking villains for like how I am that rank. If I quit play, it's minus 50% of what I was supposed to be.
Back to the channel. It's Lieutenant Buzz Live here, and after a few days of
Word.
much needed time off, I am back on the Starfield grind, and we are now at 17 days to go until early access begins, and there is a whole host of Starfield topics we need to get through with this one. We've got Pete Hines doing what Pete Hines does best, Some more information on Starfield swag, a quick discussion on melee weapons because they are always of great interest to me, and then we've got to touch on a recent IGN article concerning just how big of a launch Starfield is for Xbox. Of course, sprinkled in with just a mention of Baldur's Gate 3. Thanks again for all the continued interest you've been showing my Starfield uploads. The channel has been growing at an insane rate, and I really do appreciate your support. In case you haven't yet hit subscribe, please do so, and don't forget to ring the notifications bell. Likes, comments, shares are greatly appreciated. As per our usual standards, chapters are included for easy viewing, and let's get this one started.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of blood. Every now and then, especially when things get tough and when
He
things
says,
get
Daddy.
born. I've literally never made a video like this because moments like this, quality, heartfelt art of this caliber and of this meaning, really doesn't happen all that often. But when I listened to this new song from this incredible talent, the first thing that came to mind was I have to make a reaction video. Not only do I have to show this to my audience, but we gotta talk about the emotion being conveyed. We gotta talk about the context, the lyrics. There's no other way to describe my reaction. I am in absolute shock, in amazement. I guess I'll end the intro by how I started the intro. A new star has been born. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, take a look at this piece from the Gateway Pundit. Rich men north of Richmond. New song goes viral, ripping the political elite, calling out politicians and Epstein's Island, welfare, taxes, and corruption. Like I said, this is uncharted territory for this YouTube channel. We're gonna do a song reaction. This was posted by Radio WV, I guess that's Radio West Virginia. The artist's name is Oliver Anthony. I believe he's actually a factory worker, if I'm not mistaken. He wrote this song, did a live performance, and it's going mega viral. It's been a couple days, and the YouTube video alone already has over 2 million views. Listen to this, then let's talk about it.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours, bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men. I wish politicians look out for miners, not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men,
I want to get tattoos. I haven't gotten any though. I've had so much opportunity to get them. I've growing up, a bunch of my friends um are just like some of my closest friends are just full bodies are heavily tattooed and they know tattoo artists and all that happy shit and I could have gotten tattoos a long time ago and never did.
I'm selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours,
My back.
full pay.
I don't know if you had
I
the
just
same
want
reaction that I did.
everyone
The
at work
hairs on
has
my
tattoos
arms, my
too,
legs,
so
my
I'm not
entire
worried
body
about
lifted up. I got
work or
goosebumps and
nothing. They don't
shivers
really
all over
care. I'm
my
pretty sure
arm.
there's a dude.
This right here
No, I'm
is
pretty sure there's like
most
like they just don't
importantly,
want you to
this
have
is
face
culture.
tattoos. There's
I
some military dudes that
absolutely
have
incredible, beautiful
tattoos all over
imagery
their
here.
body with
Of course,
hand and
we
knuckle
come up with
tattoos and
That's This
shit.
Song. And of course, it
I'd like
helps
to
the
get a
guy's got such
sleeve done.
incredible ability to sing. I mean, what a
About
voice,
not working
what a
out left and
style.
right.
I'm in absolute awe. You know how I
I'd
said a
want
couple weeks ago during the whole James Aldean thing,
I'd
I
want
find myself
like
all of a sudden loving country music. Well, that love
I'd
is
want like
expanding. You know, we are inundated with all
what is it?
kinds of, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call
Some
it
like biomechanical, like mutant looking, powerful mutant biomechanical looking shit is what I'd want. Make my arm look like a fucking alien.
I've got the style of it is called polka trash, but it's a polka trash Japanese theme sleeve down my arm.
Nice.
Hide.
What? Okay.
Oh, dude, this thing my girl got me, this back massager, is just fucking great. It's heated and shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my sleeve finished, but the next new tattoo I'm gonna get the girls' hand print in like a heart, and then around it, I'm gonna get their name and birth date done in like cursive.
Nice.
I'm waiting to get my next sleeve done, because on my right arm, the sleeve that I want is gonna be honestly it's probably gonna be like $1,000 sleeve. Um, I want to get Lucifer coming up from the gates of hell,
Oh shit.
and I want to get the Archangel Michael coming down from the gates of heaven, and they're gonna meet right in like the pit of my arm, and they're gonna be fucking fighting.
It's a fucking bad dude.
Great. Sorry, didn't realize it was yours. I am flattered, but I'm a one-lady type of guy.
I have Terry.
Oh, I went to high school with him. I didn't know he did tattoos. Fuck. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he does some pretty gnarly work, man.
This fucking bitch won't die. Yeah. He's so hyped about it. Well, the thing that's annoying about that shit is like, I like how Adam gets in the chat and will insinuate like that we don't fucking play when that dude quits like a fucking girl. Like literally quits. Okay, I might have accidentally deleted a couple fucking franchises and shit, but like I don't quit. Like who does that? Who does that? It's like, come on. It's like, you know, do you have amnesia to like your own behavior?
I really think it does. Like, that's crazy.
I mean, I love him to death, but it's like, bro, come on, man.
I
Don't be
like,
hypocritical.
I stopped playing in a franchise with him a couple of years ago because he made up all these fucking rules.
Oh yeah, you can't have him doing that.
I'll have
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm not gonna play if you're gonna make all these fucking bum ass rules.
Listen,
And then they just don't apply to you.
I'm down to play Madden and get people together and play franchise. I would prefer that. I don't mind running it, but it gets like I would prefer you or Keegan run it. But there's got to be some rules though in terms of trading so that there's parity. I don't like it when everyone trades and destroys teams.
CPU fucking not no CPU trade, but like little to no CPU trade. They all fucking dogged on the idea that you had of like approving trades, but I liked it because you know what, like you said, bro, I'm not gonna go put Kyle Pitts on the fucking Cowboys and then go get fucking like Quentin Nelson and fucking, you know, I'm not gonna go out and just make a dumbass team for draft picks because that's what they do.
Yeah, it's not fair. And then I know this can't be mitigated.
Slot this year too.
Well, I know this. Well, did you know you could also adjust how hard it is to trade? There's a slider. So
I'll put that shit all the way.
I want to see what people think about that online. Like, where's the sweet spot to put that? Because I don't want dudes trading for fucking talented first round rookie quarterbacks that are on a team. Like that bullshit. Like Adam will go trade for Justin Fields. He's not coming to fucking New York. No one wants to come to New York.
Well, honestly, it's kind of less out of their hands at that point, more in the team's hands. But
Right, but I'm just saying like there's just certain things that aren't happening.
right now either, because they don't have much for fucking. What do they have to give up?
Oh, dude, did you see where PFF ranked New York's roster? 23rd.
Yikes.
Yeah, I want to pull the article up because I want to read it because PFF probably top 5 roster rankings. I know it was up there.
Well, I mean, honestly, like that's realistic. If you look at our fucking roster, is realistic.
Okay, where are we? Okay, so I'll read this, and I'd like to do this too. So number 1, Philadelphia, biggest strength, trench play. Biggest weakness, coverage between the numbers, which I've said that. The linebackers couldn't cover. X factor, safety, Reed Blankenship. Following up on the aforementioned holes over the middle, Blankenship enters the 2023 with a great opportunity to start after a surprising rookie year in which he finished with a 79.4 overall grade. He earned an 89.4 run defense grade, 4th best among qualified safeties, and made some plays in coverage, including interception of Aaron Rodgers, blah, 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 blah. Rookie to watch.
Blankenship was like that.
Yeah, rookie to watch, Jalen Carter. Listen, this team's talented. And which is why it's just funny to me because, like, all of a sudden Adam's at fucking roots with the Eagles and shit. He just sucks their dick. I get it.
You can't tell him anything with that shit, though. You can't. Because then he'll come back with, oh, well, you can't like more than one team.
Yeah, like there's nothing good. There's no good news coming out of New York, so you got to talk shit about everyone's team. Number 2, San Francisco 49ers. Biggest strength, playmakers. Obviously. Biggest weakness, interior depth. I agree with that. X Factor, tackle Colton McKivitz. They're basically being like, can he replace Mike McGlinchey? Rookie to watch for, Jair Brown. Hard hitter, blah, 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 blah. Oh, he's a linebacker. Okay. Number 3, Cincinnati Bengals. Um, biggest strength, passing game. There may not be a better receiving room in the NFL for 2023 that of the Cincinnati Bengals, featuring Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd catching passes from PFF's highest graded passer last year, Joe Burrow. Adding tight end Irv Smith Jr. into the mix should keep the Bengals among the top passes. Also, dude, our rookie wide receivers are fucking tearing it up in preseason and in camp. We got Charlie Jones, and then we got this random undrafted kid from Princeton, Andre Iosivas. He's like 6'3", 210, and he's gnarly, dude.
Nice.
We might be able to move off fucking T. Higgins if we absolutely have to. Biggest weakness, safety. I don't think it's that big of a deal. You have to give a team a weakness, right? Since
I think you guys would move on from Tyler Boyd before T.
Yeah, for sure. Cincinnati lost. It depends on how much T wants, though. Cincinnati lost both starting safeties Jesse Bates III and Von Bell in free agency the past offseason. Replacing them are 2022 and first off, all these dudes have played well in the preseason. Dax Hill, former Rams safety Nick Scott, who played well, and as well as the third rounder Jordan Battle, who was all over the place last week. All 3 safeties are currently unproven commodities. Blah 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 blah. X factor: offensive line as a unit. Despite spending a lot of money on the offensive line in 2022 offseason, the Bengals hardly improved as a unit. This offseason, they added Super Bowl champion Orlando Brown to man the blind side. While Joe Burrow does thrive in the quick passing game, being able to give more time to dissect opposing defenses could make an already dangerous passing attack unstoppable. Rookie to watch, Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown. So Burrow's grade last year, 92. And like I said, everyone likes to talk shit about Joe Mixon, but for what Joe Mixon brings, Joe Mixon, when he's healthy, gives me 1,500 all-purpose yards every season. Give me that for $6 million over any elite running back at $15 million a year. If you would rather have, like, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, or someone like that for $15+ million a year, you're high. That's value that we're only paying him $6 million a year now. And look, Jamar Chase isn't even playing the best of his ability. He had an 84 grade last year. And then, so here's another thing that Adam likes to talk about. He thinks we don't have depth. We're 5 dudes deep at safety. We have depth at linebacker and defensive line. Depth at wide receiver. It's like, come on, dude. Our backup tackle is a Pro Bowler, albeit he gets injured all the time. But
Which is why we ultimately got rid of him.
this is our projected starting lineup: Burrow, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Irv Smith, Drew Sample, Orlando Brown, Cordell Volson, Ted Karras, who's a Pro Bowler, Alex Kappa, who's a Pro Bowler, and Jonah Williams, and Orlando Brown, who was an All-Pro. Then we have DJ Reader, who was an All-Pro, B.J. Hill, Trey Hendrickson, who was a Pro Bowler, Sam Hubbard. We're going to be playing Miles Murphy in certain packages, Jermaine Pratt, Logan Wilson, Chidobe Awuzie, Mike Hilton, Cam Taylor-Britt, Daxton Hill, Nick Scott, and we have extra corners that are dirty, like our rookie DJ Turner. Like, how is this a bad team? And that's another thing that I'm sick of in the chat. Don't go out there and beat a Vikings team that everyone knows was going to lose to anyone that they played in the fucking playoffs, so they don't play good in primetime spots, right? And then talk shit to teams that are getting close or getting to the Super Bowl and act like those teams are fucking bad. Like, my team goes to the AFC Championship every year. What's your team doing? Be fucking talking shit. It's all relative. We're not talking about the past anymore. We're talking about what's going on right now. Don't talk shit about the Bengals, who in the past 2 years were a handful of plays 2 different years from winning back-to-back Super Bowls, and then, you could barely beat the fucking Vikings. Like, and then you get blown out. You get blown out by an actual good team twice when you play the Eagles. It's like, don't even put your team near fucking any of these top-tier teams. Kansas City Chiefs, number 4. and I've said this all the time, Kansas City's roster is not the best roster. Like, these 3 rosters above it,
Very well coached.
personally, if you look at the total talent, where's your team? So your team's sitting at 6th, right? To be honest with you, in terms of total talent, I think your team as a whole, the roster, is better than Buffalo's and Kansas City's.
What did they give us for like our X Factor?
Well, here I'll read the. I won't go too in depth, but I'll read for Kansas City. Their biggest strength, obviously, Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick, yeah,
Big biggest weakness, wide receiver, and they just won the Super Bowl.
you don't say.
It's crazy. X Factor, Kadarius Toney. Basically, what are they going to get out of him? Rookie to watch, Rashee Rice, both wide receivers. Yeah,
I
look,
think Kadarius Toney is not bad, though. I do think he will play well for them. He was hurt last year.
dude, they started so many rookies last year. This was their defense last year, and those guys are all projected to start this year. Chris Jones, Derek Natty, George Karlaftis, rookie. Felix Aduke Azuma, rookie. Jalen Watson, rookie. Trent McDuffie, rookie. Byron Cook, rookie. Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney, second-year players. Like, that roster is very top-heavy. You know. Yo, what up, Kyle? Buffalo. Josh Allen, biggest strength. Biggest weakness, receiver depth. I agree with that. X Factor, Josh Allen. Rookie to watch, Dalton Kincaid. Cowboys, biggest strength, pass rush. Pass rush is not defense.
Weird.
Yeah, it's part of defense, and it's super fucking important. But Dallas finished last year second in team pass rushing game behind Philly. Headlined by Michael Parsons, Cowboys pass rush was lethal when they pulled ahead in games. Parsons himself ended the year with a 92 overall pass rushing grade. 4th best of any player in the NFL and recorded 90-plus pass rushing grade in 5 games. This unit figures to carry a solid defense again in 2023. Biggest weakness. Okay, so I don't understand. Okay, so this was the biggest weakness. This was the biggest weakness last year, and I know you guys all freaking like hate on Dak, but he's had one bad year. So the biggest weakness,
Dak, though, isn't it?
it is Dak, but I feel like it should be the X factor. Like, what are you going to get out of Dak? Not like he's an actual weakness. You're not running fucking. You're not toting Daniel Jones out there. That's the thing I don't like. And this is PFF. Anyways,
So what was our X Factor?
Brandon Cooks.
I mean that I agree with though, because honestly, dude's had. I think he's only had. Actually, I don't know. Has he had under 1,000-yard receiving?
Dude, he's had almost 1,000 yards every single season. And you got to remember,
One of the most consistent dudes ever.
you got to remember, he got into league when he was like 20. He's not even 30 yet. He's 29.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been in the league forever.
3 years.
So, okay. So last year he only had 700 yards. And then in 2019 he had 500. In his rookie year he had 500. But other than that, he went for over 1,000 yards for 7 seasons.
Out of what? 7.
Yeah, or 9 seasons. Out of 9 seasons, he went for over 1,000 yards 6 times. And that's playing for bad teams. Rookie to watch, Mozzie Smith.
Well, yeah. Did you see his fucking preseason? He was getting
Yeah.
triple guarded, bro.
He was looking gnarly too, even though he's getting triple guarded.
Yeah, I think that was a
Dude,
big compliment.
he had a play. He had a play where he just grabbed the team center and just buried him 5 yards, and he would have like trampled the guy and had a sack. Had like whoever was next to him got washed down into him and it knocked him over. But he literally took the center and just picked him up off the ground and threw him. It was so funny.
Dude, in practice, Michael Parsons literally took Tyron Smith and threw him.
Yeah, no, he's a monster. I watched him play last year where they tried to triple team him, and I watched him just beat 3 grown men up and shit and just break a play.
Like, dude, I don't care what anybody says. He might be the best defender in football right now. Just
It's possible.
at his position. I'm not saying, like, all in all, at his position, he's the best.
Well, at his age, too, how good he's gotten at a position he never played in college is insane.
This is what, second year? This is literally his fucking second year, bro.
And he never played pass rusher in college.
Like, dude, forget about it. He, honestly, dude, I would take him over either way.
Nick Bosa's really fucking good.
And I'm not saying he's not, but I
Joey's hurt all the time, so Joey.
is so much faster.
Yeah, the speed is really a thing.
Holy shit, dude! He can get to the sideline before the running back can.
I'll get to your sideline before the
He has
running
a
back can.
faster he has a faster 40 yard than a lot of the running backs, bro. Like it's crazy. I would hate to get hit by him,
All right.
bro. That has to hurt.
Come on.
Listen, Adam will blow him up.
Well, of course, duh.
He'd be like, listen, he's a cowboy. He can't do shit. He can't hit.
I think us adding Monty was huge.
Well,
I was kind of a little bit dug in first on it at first because I hadn't watched much of his tape, and then I started watching. Nah, this dude's amazing.
Run.
He's not laid over the field like an animal.
Hurry.
He fucking hacks them.
Not interfere.
oh, I'm out here fucking. What the fuck? I'm not paying attention over here. But yeah, I mean, we'll see, dude. Like, everyone likes to talk that shit, dude.
What did it say that the Giants' strengths were?
Oh shit! Bear with me. I gotta scroll down to the bottom. Still scrolling. All right, New York Giants biggest strength 2023 rushing attack. Head coach Brian Daboll leaned on the running game in his first year at the helm. The Giants shortened game and made clutch plays when needed, led by healthy Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones' legs. The Giants bullied their way into the playoffs. Their running game could be even better if their young offensive linemen Evan Neal and John Michael Schmitz develop on the same track as stud left tackle Andrew Thomas. Biggest weakness, back seven on defense. The Giants have a talented defensive line, but they're back, and I've said this. He likes to talk about depth. The Giants have a talented defensive line, but their back seven leaves a lot to be desired. Their linebackers finished as the fourth lowest graded group in the NFL, where their safeties were second worst. The corners were a little better at 22nd, with Adoree Jackson being a bright spot. New York end result masked their low grading profile of the unit, so the team will need to be better on the back end to avoid regression to the mean in these close games. X Factor, Darren Waller. The Giants set a third-round pick to Las Vegas. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he's just got to stay healthy. He's going to get spammed so many targets.
Oh, I know. That's why. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm definitely going for him in fantasy. He's quick, but like I'm definitely hitting that boy up in fantasy.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of targets. Um, and the rookie to watch is Deontay Banks, corner from Maryland.
All right. Come on.
PFF puts their win total at over under 7.5.
What did they have on it?
Probably like 11. 9.5. Your division's tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm fair with that. I don't hate that at all.
I'll take the over. It's just everyone tries to act like your roster's bad. Everyone tries to act like your roster's bad. Well, hold on a sec, sorry. Dude. Well, dudes like to act like your roster's bad, and I get it. You got to perform in the playoffs.
Anytime.
you got to perform in the playoffs, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like that roster's not bad. They won 12 games last year. It's like, come on.
This way.
Dude, what the fuck? You guys won like 12 games, didn't you? Could have sworn.
I think we won 10. I don't think we won 12 though.
Let me look. But it's like doing that in the regular season's nothing to sniff at. The only difference between the playoffs, and regular season, like dudes try to act like there's a way you need to play. You have to play a specific way in the playoffs to win and shit. That's all bullshit. You do what you're supposed. No, listen.
Back and forth because I feel like it is different though.
No, the only thing that's different is the psychological aspect. It's what team's going to step up and play the way they fucking played in the regular season and be a fucking man and put it on the line and stay consistent in the playoffs. The only
To say that it's not.
the only difference is like you get to go home, and a lot of dudes fucking can't step up and play. But that doesn't change how whether you want to run the ball a fuck ton and play conservative defense, or you want to throw the ball, or you want to play balanced. You got there for a reason, right? And you take your skills and you amalgamate it into a game plan to beat the other team. There's no one set way you have to play in the playoffs to win playoff games, right? It's about keeping it together and fucking just doing it.
I feel like teams play differently.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of teams that try to because historically everyone fucking thinks you have to play a certain way. Like this idea that like, oh, you just gotta fucking run the football, play possession, and play defense. Go ahead, do that. I don't care. But that's not the only way. Chiefs didn't fucking do that. Yeah, sure, the Chiefs ran the ball good against the Eagles and shit, but that's like icing on the cake. All the touchdowns came from fucking Patrick Mahomes. Like they still threw the ball all over the Eagles. And that shit's sad. Everyone likes to talk about defense. You let a fucking 6th-round running back run all over you. How valuable are running backs? It's like, everyone like talks that shit. Eagles rolled in there with one of the best defense, if not the best defense in the league analytically last year, and they got fucking rolled.
And they did get absolutely.
Yo, and what did the Chiefs do? They got the coach, they got the quarterback, they got the offensive line. They literally got one really good weapon in a fucking middle of the pack defense, and they won the fucking Super Bowl. Just like the Rams beat my fucking Bengals in the Super Bowl. They paid the weapons, they paid the quarterback, they paid the offensive line, and they paid the pass rushers, and they happened to just have one really good corner, which that's a new one. Dudes try to act like in our chat like corners don't matter when it's one of the most fucking important positions. So, I don't know. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, like I told you so, or like act like I knew that shit. It's not even my idea. It's what I'm seeing. It's what's happening. I didn't make this shit up. I'm not taking credit for it. I'm not trying to tell something to you about about yourself that you don't know. Oh, hold on.
All right. Come on.
You asked how many games. I'm looking at the standings. Yeah, you guys went 12-5. And you had one of the highest scoring offenses last year. And one of the best defenses last year. Who did you lose to? Oh, in the playoffs. Eagles? Oh, yeah, there's no shame in losing to the 49ers, so I don't understand why it's like this.
Don't worry about that.
Honestly, every game that we lost last year started with a home opener against the Eagles. We were right in. Honestly, that was Ryan's first game. He had 2
Yeah.
One in preseason, we missed an extra point, and I threw my hands up. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. I can't take this all year again.
Right, and like,
That's one of the most irritating things. Is realistically, our team undervalues one of the most valuable positions so much because
All right.
look at how many games we lost last year that we would have been in if we had a fucking kicking game.
yeah, I know.
Holy shit. We couldn't even kick a fucking 35-yard field goal last year.
Don't worry about them.
That is bad, dude. Wow, spend money on an actual kicker, bro. Shut up.
Dude.
This way.
But yeah, no, kicker's super fucking important. I'm stoked we got a good kicker.
We need to go.
You ever hear the story about when they, with the Super Bowl, what he said to Joe Burrow? Of McPherson. Burrow said he looked over when they were in position to win. Or no, it wasn't Burrow. Who was it? I remember who it was. Said that he looked over at McPherson. McPherson was just like stretching, like his back, like spinning his upper body and stuff, and looking around. Like literally 2 plays before he has to kick the field goal to send this team to the Super Bowl for the first time in over 30 years. And he just looks at whoever looked at him and goes, well, I guess it's time to go to the Super Bowl. Walked out there and just kicked it. I was like, oh, this kid's a fucking animal.
Big moments ever.
He goes, yeah. He's like, yeah, I might have to try to find it. I don't know if it was for the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship. Hold on.
Oh shit, it's him. Motherfucker. Yeah, cocksucker. Oh, I was hitting through the window too. Ha, you're a bitch.
Oh, here we go. It's for the, when we went to the AFC Championship.
Oh, that guy's unbelievable. He said, so he was talking to Brandon as he was going out to kick. He gave a little warm-up swing, and he said, it looks like we're going to the AFC Championship right before we went out there to kick it. And we had a kicker. I mean, we knew exactly what we had as soon as he walked into the building in camp, and we just saw how he carried himself. You know exactly how a kicker is going to perform when, obviously, everyone at this level can kick through the uprights. But it's how you handle yourself in the locker room that shows us that you have the confidence to go out there and kick like this.
You gotta be, though. It's like a fucking big dick thing, dude. You gotta go out there and put that shit through the uprights.
This dude's just fucking stretching out. Looks like we're going to the AFC Championship.
Oh, here's PFF talking about the Bengals. Is this the year for the Bengals?
Of course, Joe Burrow's calf. You know, that might not be the season-long story. It's the preseason story.
I wonder if he's there today. You know,
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
talk to him as a fellow calf injury.
Like, Adam, Burrow's injury prone. I'm like, okay, dude.
This time, due to the
I go,
phantom calf will start the 15
by definition, I guess you could say so.
So I'm in pain.
But it hasn't stopped him from fucking crushing it.
Limped off the field, having pulled his calf.
So Bengals 12-4 last year in a 17-game schedule somehow. Projected wins is 11.36. So I'm just somebody, I don't know. Were they 12-4 and 13?
And then, like, I would love my team to win, and then, of course, we wouldn't be able to celebrate one of our teams winning. Like, if the Giants won again, I'd be happy for Adam, right? Because it would save me having to fucking give him CPR because he fucking has, he literally, his blood pressure goes up during football season. Like,
No, we don't have power to fire anybody.
Bengals went to the Super Bowl in 2021 and then lost
Yeah.
the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Close game.
yeah.
Of course, with the Chiefs on the way to the Super Bowl win that the Chiefs had. So, the Bengals get back to the AFC Championship and beyond. Can this be the year that they go to the Super Bowl? Win the Super Bowl? Can be. Yeah. Will it be? So what's changed?
Well, he's got a ring. A ring. Got to give him credit.
Last year, the big talk was how they somewhat cheaply shored up their offensive line. Now, as they got into the playoffs,
They got one.
injuries.
No, they got.
including left tackle
Do they have two?
Williams, and
Oh, maybe.
Pretty much looked like the previous year's offense.
It had to have been a long time ago.
Maybe a touch better. This year, though, again, going into the season.
Yeah, that's the one they won, I thought.
Wendell Brown Jr. comes in to play left tackle. Jonah Williams moves to the right side.
No, they went to the Super Bowl.
What do you got here? You got something to say?
Well,
Oh, did they win with you? No.
The Bills
No.
The game was called off. That's why they had 12-4.
Sorry. I apologize to our
I'm looking it up.
I knew it.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, I was fucked up.
So it's us that are it's not.
Oh, it's definitely me.
Regardless,
I'll get fired.
You guys got
Yeah,
one
I'll
ring in the whole entire
Eli and Tyler would do the show.
franchise.
Sounds good. Well, why don't we just make that switch now? You can go in the booth.
I'll go to the booth.
Eli can come in here, sit
Yeah.
in the chair, and we'll do the
Plus, hey,
I apologize.
if the Cowboys could get one, then we get to friggin' be like, oh, the Giants have gone almost 15 years without winning one, and now the Cowboys have one. I have another one.
Offensive line.
Oh, dude.
Junior, we'll see him at practice today.
Well, you know,
Yeah. PDJ. He had an article about Jonah Williams settling into the right side and how he'd been looking good there at practice. Reports were good. I always have my concerns about players moving from the left side to the right side 4 or 5 years into their NFL career. Not like year one coming out of college, but 4 or 5 years. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. But if he settles in at right tackle, Orlando Brown Jr. at left tackle,
Nice.
Kappa, they've got a good squad. Ted Karras, they've got a good offensive line. We know about the playmakers: Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon's back.
yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with you guys. We really gotta get on the level and have a fucking team meeting and fucking be like, are we playing? What are the parameters? And I'm gonna be like, if anyone quits out of this league, I'm not playing with you ever again. So I'm gonna tell them.
But the guys that they've drafted have been making plays in training camp. Charlie Jones, who I maintain, it makes no sense. There's no pathway for this to happen, but I feel like that guy's going to have a useful contribution this rookie season. He's going to make some plays that are going to be important for that. But Andre Yosiba,
If Anton gets it.
has been making a ton of plays as well, and has gone from like.
Because I don't know if he's gonna get it. Anton's been got a lot going on right now. I don't know if he plans on getting it or not.
Like that, those are the sort of reports or talk that is going around with that guy.
Yeah, Stab's always down with the clown.
You know, this perennial, if he could just stay healthy type of guy. I love the Bengals' approach over the last couple of years of like, let's just take some flyers at reclamation projects, tight ends, knowing that Joe Burrow is a god and can turn anybody into a pretty decent looking tight end if he's got skills, if he's got the ability to run, you know, to athleticism. There'll be opportunities for that guy.
I'm with you because it's their 4th option, right? I mean, you know, the top 3 receivers will be the number 1 options, and you know there'll be a game where Irv Smith might have 8 catches, and he happens to be the guy that's open during because of something that happens schematically. I'm also with you on Charlie Jones. Again, the more we watched him crushing Big Ten corners, but in Andre Yoseva,
Charlie Jones was dirty in school.
Receiver, if the camp hype is legit for both of those guys.
We drafted Charlie Jones, and he's gnarly.
Tactically this year as wide receiver 4 potential, but
Just type in Charlie Jones Purdue and watch his highlights against high-level comp, gnarly.
Because a lot of their draft picks have been guys like Miles Murphy, who on the defensive side of the ball, who might not have to contribute right away, but a cheap option at an expensive position to just jump into the rotation. Miles Murphy, Trey Hendrickson, they've got some good options up front defensively. Anything else about the Bengals offense before we move to the defensive side of the ball? I think they're going to be explosive. They're going to be great. I think Burrow has settled in as QB 1, 2, or 3, depending on how you want to rank them.
Yeah, it should be a really good unit again. I think Orlando Brown Jr. as an acquisition was a really great piece of opportunism for the Bengals. Like, they didn't go to the offseason expecting that to be a thing that they were interested in. It's just all of a sudden Orlando Brown's market wasn't there, and they lost a couple players they were probably anticipating on keeping and decided to move the money around and go after him. And so now you bring him in, should be a significant upgrade, even if Orlando Brown is not an all-pro or whatever. He's better than Jonah Williams was last year, and probably better than Jonah Williams has ever been in the NFL. But Williams himself should be an upgrade over what was a right tackle last year. Like, even if he plays like he did last season, it's probably an upgrade. If he goes anywhere.
Listen, bro, I'd take Eli Manning over Burrow or Mahomes.
Kappa, Karras, those guys were solid. The only other question mark is, what does Cordell Volson look like year 2? He struggled, but him as a prospect coming
It's
out.
not me.
He takes a step forward. Like, I like
That's
to
your
keep
boy.
it. So overall, I think the offense should be a very, very good unit. And then the only question mark is, how serious is this calf injury that Joe Burrow is dealing with? Like, you know, we joke about it because yours was fake, but for somebody whose calf was real, Burrow, like that's, I mean, the stuff that Jamar Chase is saying, like, don't show up before week 5. I mean, that might not be a dumb idea. Like, yes, you might be sacrificing seeding, but it doesn't, like, the seeding.
Dude, you guys are fucking freaks.
If you get the number 1 seed, it's huge.
You know what? You guys are freaks.
One of these murderous road teams in the playoffs, but
Right.
anything outside of the number 1 seed,
He's
you're gonna
crazy.
have to play him anyway. Let's just make sure that Joe Burrow is there when you're playing him.
Yeah, again, I think I said this a couple shows ago, whatever, but the 17th game plus the only one bye, because it's just harder to get, might make it more likely for teams to do that, to rest starters and say, you know, the difference between seed 2 and 4 isn't that drastic.
Oh, and Trace,
Probably
too.
not gonna get
Uno.
one because of this injury or whatever, and we don't want to risk, you know, not making it, like, or losing the first round like the Ravens last year.
Well, it's really tough because it's like an all or nothing proposition now. Like, you need the number 1 seed, otherwise seeding is basically irrelevant. I mean, not entirely, you know, there's still something to home field, blah, 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 but, and where you have to go potentially.
Listen up, y'all, because this is it. The beat that I'm banging is delicious.
It's like, you know, the preseason debate. Is it worth playing your starters at all? Like, is the injury risk worth whatever marginal gain you get in knocking the rust off and, you know, just trying to learn stuff about your offense, blah, blah, blah. Everybody has basically decided preseason it's not worth the risk. Now I think you're focusing on it with playoffs. You need those guys healthy, but that number 1 seed is still a really, really big carrot because not playing, not having any risk whatsoever.
I already told Chow if the Bengals go to the Super Bowl again, I'm going.
Wildcard team who could be really good.
Yeah.
While we're here, there were some.
I'm going to be up there in the nosebleeds. Ah! Just fucking screaming all by myself.
Orlando Brown Jr. saying something to the effect of, I'm blocking for Joe Burrow is different. You know where he's going to be in the pocket or something to that effect.